is live. Hopefully it's working today.
My face with GoPro. Pretty hard.
Devlin Dustman said twitchy witchy.
I hope he's gonna turn around at the last second. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Okay.
Devlin Fisherman 27 asks, good morning, what's on the agenda for today?
Yeah, nice, Pete.
That's a you guys.
I feel like Pete is like,
Devlin Dustman said yeah.
what is going on here? I don't know. He almost just swam right into one of those snorkelers. I think he might have touched one.
I might have
Jesse
touched one of them.
Joystick said hey.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer
Lena
Show.
Both in 2003 said hello Pete.
Good morning, good
Devlin
morning, good
Dustman
morning,
said, hello,
everybody.
ABC Jenny.
How's it going there?
I hope you're having a good morning.
Wait, did Blind Husband just say hi to
Thunderbirdy 22 said hi.
ABC Jenny? Are you guys like in the same room?
Devlin Fisherman 27 said yo blind husband.
Yo, everybody. What's going
Devlin
on?
Dustman said hello to Germany Lenovo.
Hello, Germany. Oh, I got the. I feel like the microphone has gremlins in it. I feel like it moves. Like it was not this close to my face yesterday. I swear it was not. Why are you so close to me, Mr. Microphone? It's because I love you, Pete. I love you too, microphone. I gotta get this thing away from me. How do I? All right, I'm gonna have to unscrew it. Pardon all the noises you're gonna hear. There we go. Difference between this microphone and this pregnant lady. I can unscrew the microphone stand. All right, there we go. There we go. Now it's not right in my face. I'm sure that once I switch to the camera in front of me, you guys are gonna want to, see some of my face and not just a big microphone and windscreen in front of it. So good morning, good morning, good morning. It is, as usual, extremely toasty in here.
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
And thank you for your feedback yesterday on the very first ever Blind Penguin trailer, like a commercial created kind of like a movie trailer. I did remix it, and I'll play it for you in a minute. I think it sounds a lot better now. I'm going to work on the second one maybe today or tomorrow and release that next week. Ooh, we didn't all float away yesterday. How exciting was that? We did not float away into the ether. Ooh, I feel like the microphone was super loud. Sorry about that. Hopefully it wasn't exploding in your ears. I've been reading about this for like months. Everybody was convinced that somehow, some way, NASA was going to turn off gravity yesterday for 7 seconds. And obviously that's impossible. You can't turn off gravity. Poor NASA. Like, these poor people with all these degrees, all their big brains, all these smart people doing all these smart people things, and then they had to issue a statement to the people of America who spend too much time buying into TikTok conspiracies, saying, no, we're not going to turn off gravity. You're not going to float away. You don't have to hold on to things that are anchored to the ground in order to not fly away. You will be just fine. Because they did not turn off the gravity.
Clip said gravity did turn off. Everyone was just sleeping.
Oh, that's what it was. They put us to sleep. It was a double conspiracy. NASA figured out how to put us to sleep.
Ricky Spanish 5150 said that's really sad.
At the exact moment that and people were convinced. They were convinced. Like, I don't know, maybe because I was one of the goofballs that was like trying to read into it and find things about it. I wanted to see if there was some sort of science that people were pointing to, saying that this was going to be possible.
Fisherman 27 said that's stupid.
It is stupid, and people were just.
Ricky Spanish 5150 said rip critical thinking skills.
Exactly. I mean, you want to see the death of critical thinking skills. Just go to the comment section of basically most videos anywhere. Mine are a pretty good place for it, and then I feel like the TikTok. I found videos on TikTok.
in 2003 said I felt nothing since I was awake at night.
And I saw them on TikTok, and I saw them on Instagram, and a bunch of, mostly on my feed, at least, I can only speak for my feed, it was people that were just, regular everyday people talking about the conspiracy. They don't want you to know about it. They have the ability to turn off the gravity, and the United States is going to be using this against their enemies, and then there's going to be no fighting back because they're going to control gravity itself. And then there were some scientist people, quote unquote scientist people, talking about how if you reverse the polarity of the magma field, magma spin, if you make it spin the other way, it's like, what Superman movie was that? Was it like Superman 1, Superman 2, way back in the day when I don't remember what happened, like Lois fell or something, and Superman started, he started going around the world at the opposite direction and made Earth spin the other way, and that made time go backwards. That is basically the equivalent of the theory that I was hearing from people yesterday. They said they were going to start spinning the magma layer of the Earth in the opposite direction, and that was going to negate the gravity field, and then we'd all float away if you weren't ready. Didn't we at the beginning of the summer, wasn't there like a rapture, wasn't it?
David Boyd 8822 said first Christopher Reeve Superman movie.
Was that it? It was the first one when he
At Dreamman 5588 said the polarity of the Earth does change every couple 100,000 years.
And that's
but
true.
That's just because we don't rotate perfectly around the sun.
We wobble. We are a wobbling planet.
At Brody Huggins J8K asks, have you heard Nickelback's 2017 album Feed the Machine?
I guess. So that's the Earth does wobble and the magnetic field does change, which is why the North Pole right now isn't like the actual magnetic North Pole at this moment, and for a while, isn't actually like the top middle North Pole. It's not where Santa Claus lives. It's somewhere like in high northern Canada or something like that. And then after a couple 100,000 years, as the Earth wobbles, it'll maybe make its way back to the top middle. But you're right. Yeah, Earth is on a wobble. Science Hour with Pete. I mean, I guess I've heard some of the Nickelback. I don't know why my audience is obsessed with Nickelback. Like, I feel like I'm, excuse me, older than a fair amount of my audience. So I remember when they were first coming out. When did You Remind Me come out? This is how you remind me of what I really am. That was 2000 maybe. I think it was around there. Yeah, probably 2000, 2001. And that was like a huge hit. Like that was on the radio constantly, nonstop. And the big thing was it wasn't a love song. It was about how his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend reminds him of what a terrible person he is, something like that. And now Nickelback does come up in my workout routine quite frequently, but I said this a couple weeks ago, I'm like, every song is about some like bad girlfriend, some stripper, some really hot girl that uses her body to make money. Like literally every single song. And it's their music's kind of formulaic, like just heavy guitar, heavy processed, heavily produced, and it's like all about the same exact topic. Whereas Puddle of Mud, it's like, all about like bad relationships with his dad. Like, there's some albums you get it. Like I feel like I listen to Chad Kroeger from Nickelback. I'm like, I get it. You're obsessed with strippers that have treated you poorly.
Well, don't have air conditioning in Europe right now.
What? Why does Europe not have air conditioning?
At Brody Huggins J8K said How You Remind Me came out in 2001.
All right, I was close. I said 2000, 2001.
At
but yeah.
My Name 0225 said, do you know the...
What up, My Name? Do I know the
At Lil
the what?
Tizzy C6KJ said, the heck did I walk into mate face with tears of joy emoji?
You just walked into me talking about Nickelback and Chad Kroeger being obsessed with, very, very attractive women who use their bodies to make a living, and he decided to write like 35 songs about it. She's a bad girlfriend. Yeah, she's a bad girlfriend because she's a stripper, man. Nobody was ever going to...
Ricky Spanish 5150 said, do you like Primus?
I do like Primus, but in as like part of a rotation. I know Brooks, who's usually here on Wednesdays, didn't make it this week, is a big Primus fan. Like, it's cool. I like it. I like Les Claypool. I was really excited when he was in the which one was it? Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. There was the Primus song that was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And then, of course, Les Claypool wrote the Come On Down to South Park and have ourselves a time. He did the intro to South Park, which is super cool. Like, as soon as I heard South Park, I'm like, oh, that's Les Claypool. Yeah, I mean, my name is Mud. The bigger songs, but I can't. It's like too much bass. And I know that's his thing. He's like one of the best bass players in the world, but it's hard for me to sit there and like listen to an entire album.
At Lil Tezzy C6KJ said, the heck did I walk into mate face with tears of joy
You
emoji.
just said that, and I just told you. We're just hanging out.
At
It's
Michael
early.
U2U60 said chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup, I don't eat it unless I'm sick.
Devlin Dusbin said, when it gets too hot, I use one of those hairspray bottles and sprayed myself down in front of a fan.
That's the cheap way to do it, and it works out quite well. I remember back in the day, late 90s. I don't know if they still have them, but on the sidelines of the NFL games, they had this thing called Mr. Breeze, and it was exactly that. It was this giant fan. There were a bunch of giant fans set up, and it had little spigots of water that would come up, and it would blow the cold water on the hot players. And it would the water would evaporate off of them and cool them down. Actually, I feel like I got one of those. I did. Temu sent me a bunch of stuff like a couple of years ago. They wanted me to promote Temu, and they sent me a whole bunch of stuff. And one of them was this little box fan, and you filled it up with water. And I never really understood. Like, I think you were supposed to use it outside, but it was USB powered, and it didn't hold a charge. So it had to be.
Finger _ Niles _ cash just followed.
Thank you, Finger Niles, for cash. I appreciate it. That is very nice of you to pop on over to Twitch. I wasn't pushing Twitch enough yesterday, I guess, because we only got like 1 follow throughout the whole day. I'm at 890 followers, and I said I wanted to be at 1,000 by the end of the summer, and the end of the summer is like in a month. So can I get 110 followers on Twitch by the end of the summer? I don't know, but I would like to. You come on over to Twitch, hit me up at Pete Gustin over there. Earn channel points, get the emojis, make me do stuff, and save a couple bucks when you're trying to do the bits to do the text to speech. But yeah, it was this weird little box fan that I got from Temu. It was like a foot tall by 8 inches by 8 inches, I think. And you filled it up with water, and the fan blew the sprayed water at you. But you can't use it inside, like, or you don't. I wouldn't have a ton of water blowing at me inside, because then your inside's going to get all wet. And then I couldn't figure out how to use it outside because there's a YouTube follow. Thank you for that. Because it had to be plugged into a USB source. So I guess I could walk around with like a USB power supply, but that one was kind of a fail. Wasn't exactly my favorite thing that I'd ever received from them. We are on all platforms.
And says hi.
Oops. Hi. What's going on this morning? Trying to see if this one is working. This one always takes a half second to get going. Let me see if I can find the phone and tap it. Tap, taparoo.
At Lumpy Lou 9026.
Oh, there we go.
You're at 96 now. I think you 3 more.
96.
At Shmoyaho Clip says, I just watched an ad. YouTube might pay you $0.001 from that.
If you're
The
watching.
participant says Screaming Dragon is a cool username.
Screaming Dragon is a cool username. I don't hate
At
that one
Lumpy Lou
at all.
9026 says, I'm losing my sight, but I'm not afraid. I know I'll find a way.
That's good to hear. That's been the message of my whole channel. Just keep pushing through. Don't let the fear get a hold of you. Don't let people
Edwin Fisherman 27 says we talk about music every day.
tell you can't do anything. So speaking of music, so yesterday I do a lot of music promos for radio, and I hear them as I'm scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, hey, that's me. Yesterday I did one for Ed Sheeran as he's coming to, where was I reading it for? I think Idaho. And it
At
occurred
Michael
to me.
U2U60 says 123.
123 what? Or are you just saying 1, 2, 3? 1,
At
2,
HD14.
3.
Who says was up?
Who says was up? You said was up. Actually, I said was up. Well, you said it first. Then the robot lady said it, and then I
Matt
said it.
Honker says I'm going to lurk. I have to go to work. Thanks
All
for
right.
being awesome.
Well, thank you, Matt Honker.
At Blue
Thanks,
Boy
LT.
James says hi Pete, you are very cool.
Thank you, LT. I appreciate you hugely. You're one of my faves. Thanks for coming and sticking around this morning. I'm curious to. I totally just rolled out of bed this morning. There you go.
Thomas Mallon 05 just followed.
Thank you, Thomas Mellon 05, because there were 4 others that apparently took your name before you. But Thomas Mellon 05, thank you for the follow. Thank you for making Steve's head appear. You get your name read out
Chris
loud.
Cross 236 says good morning.
Crisscross will make you
Lance
jump.
1 says
jump.
hey stopping in for a little bit.
Hey.
Devlin Fisherman 27 says, am I one of your faves?
Yes, Blind
At Michael
Fisherman.
U2U60
definitely one of
says
my
I
faves.
subbed. I also have a question.
Yes. Well, you should say it. Don't just say you have a question. Say the question. Because now I have to leave the thing up waiting for you to type. Type-a-roo.
At Blue Boy James said hi.
Hi, what's up, Blue Boy? Blue Boy. Little Boy Blue, the Man in the Moon. Something. How does that song go? It's an REM. So Little Boy Blue, the Man in the Moon. I can't remember. I'm waiting for the question. I was going to tell you a story, but you said you had a question, so now I'm waiting for
At
it.
Lumpilu 9026 says Optimus for Present B for VPP's hand sign.
Yeah, I think you said that last week.
At Blue Boy James says I like the stream.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I started a little early today. I generally...
At Jerry Graff says dude cringe as fuck.
Why? What is cringe? Maybe you're cringe. What's cringe about me? Nothing. You try this. Thank you.
At Michael
_humulus
U2U60
_pay _me just followed.
I appreciate that. Thank you for... Hey, look at that. We're getting more action this morning on Twitch than I got all yesterday evening. The morning show rules. And we reached a follower goal. What is the goal? What was it today?
We reached our followers goal of 900. Thank
Ooh.
you, everyone.
That's more than I thought. I thought we were at 890. We got all the way to 900. All right, so now I just need to get 100 more between now and September 20. When the hell's fall this year? September 21st, I guess. Today's the 13th. So that's actually 5 weeks. Can I get 100 followers on Twitch in 5 weeks? I certainly hope so. I feel like I gain or lose 100 followers on YouTube every 5 seconds. YouTube, if I were to look at the follower count at this point, it's like 2.53 million, 2.50 million, 2.56 million. It's like, whoa, why, like just massive amounts of people coming and going. I actually think it's them just purging the system. But anyway, thank you for following. Thank you for waking up with me. Thank you for being here. We are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we are on TikTok. When I press this button and put the, that's actually my iPhone up on the
Jerry
screen.
Graff says one vampire bat coke nostril.
I don't know. Yeah, one vampire bat coke nostril.
At Tequila for Life
Sure.
says he's saying Blue Boy James was cringe, not you.
Oh, well, thank you. I get all defensive. I was like, I'm not cringe. I'm doing my best over here, trying to entertain people first thing in the morning. This is me. This is how my brain works as soon as I wake up. I woke up at 5:55. Well, that's a lie. I didn't wake up at 5:55. I woke up at 4:11.
At Michael U2U60 says, would it be possible for you to ever get your vision back? I'd be very happy for you if it could be done.
Nope, not a thing. People ask that all the time. Like, if it were possible, don't you think I'd do it?
At Jerry Graff says, sounds like the Bob and Tom show, ha 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 ha.
You think I enjoy walking around being blind? It's a good time. It's a great time. Not being able to partake in 99% of things that everybody else does. I mean, yeah, if it was something in the
Lenovo
future.
Fan 2003 says, what's your favorite thing to do?
If there was...
At Fishing Purse 2026 says, it's my birthday today.
Hey, happy
Phone
birthday.
has now 05 says
Happy
poo.
birthday to Pooh.
Devlin
He just writes
Fisherman
Pooh.
27 says, on Saturday I get to do a blind guy unboxing of my own of your soap.
Oh,
At
nice.
Blue Boy James says, what did do?
What did
Jessa
do?
Joystick says, I followed on Twitch yesterday, but there was no announcement. I don't
Well,
know
there's-
why, but there was at least 2 follows yesterday, not one.
There's... Okay,
Rick
well, there's...
5150 says, haha, amen, I get that.
I guess if you're not a, and there's nothing I can do about this, but I guess if you're not a, if you don't have a registered or the word is a verified phone number or email with Twitch, it won't let you comment and it won't make Steve's head come up for some reason. I don't know why. It just occurred to me. I hope you guys can see me. I know I worry about this every morning, but I can't double check for myself. I literally did not turn on any lights in here this morning, so hopefully it's not like super duper dark. Oh, and I did. I said that I fixed the audio of my Blind Penguin trailer. If you guys weren't with me yesterday, I do movie trailers, TV promos, radio announcements. That's my job. That's my living. I say words for a living, and I just decided to do I created the audio, I made all the audio, and I was doing like a trailer style version of a Blind Penguin frothing hand soap commercial, and I got a little feedback yesterday that the music was too loud and the voiceover was a little quiet. That kind of happens to me at the end of the day sometimes too, because I know what I said. Like, I know what the words are, and then I get I kind of get focused on like the music, and sometimes the music will get a little bit loud, but I fixed it. I think I can play it for if I press that. It's only 15 seconds, exactly 15 seconds.
You stink. Nobody likes you. But now, one penguin is about to change everything. Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. It's a game that everyone will want to play. Appeal to reveal.
Geez, everything sounds different through these headphones. I feel like I should mix through these headphones, but I think that sounds a lot better. I was definitely just trying to get some attention, getting some grabbing someone's attention. I think if you were scrolling through Instagram or YouTube, here we go.
PHPHPHPHPHPH_PHPHPH just followed.
That can't be your username. Is that actually your username, or did you just do that just to subscribe and have my phone go PHPHPHPHPH_PHPH? Man, every time you comment, every time that person, I welcome all comments. I love the conversation. I love hearing from you guys.
Love the username.
But seriously, now every time you say something, I have to listen to PH 100 times. I got to figure out a way to make the robot lady say that a little bit quicker, because that's a long
Fisherman
one.
27 says no. Lola, pay your living.
Yes, Lola, pay
says,
your
quick
living.
question: when you edit, is
Yes.
it purely by audio, or do you still have an efficient to use the magnifier 4 years later?
No. I
Matt
can't
Honker
see.
says you
I
can
can't see
only
what's on the
change your
screen.
username once every 60 days.
Yeah, I did notice that.
says the audio sounds a lot better by the.
Okay. That's
At
good.
Michael
I was
U2U60
curious.
says, you're still getting follows.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's good. Good that people are,
Lenovo Fan
people are still
2003
paying
says my
attention.
new mouse came in today. I can play good again.
Dude,
At Blue
over
Boy
there in
James says
Germany.
if that's your dog that's in the picture, that's a really cute dog.
Yes, that is, when you guys follow on Twitch, Steve comes up, and that's the German
Devlin
short-haired
Fisherman
pointer.
27 says it meant to say Lola pays your living.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about that, but she certainly certainly helps offset the cost of doing social media by quite a bit. Social media definitely, until Lola came around, I run at a pretty large deficit.
Monsful 1 says Twitch is where the party is at.
It is.
Old
I
Top
think
says,
most
Pete,
of the
did you
people,
ever try arm wrestling?
not like professionally, but I used to arm wrestle like in junior high school.
At Michael U2U60 says, couldn't you get an eye transplant?
No. What planet do you live on? What year do you live on? Where are there eye transplants?
Angel Tree Try says, welcome to the Stinky Breath Show.
Well,
At
I
Chip
did not brush my teeth.
2518 says you.
No, like you can't, like, have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of someone getting an eye transplant? You can't just pluck your eyeball out and then stick in someone else's. That doesn't work. There's like millions and millions of connections at the back of your eyeball connecting to your, it's called the optic chiasm or chasm, however you want to say it, and it connects to the visual cortex and, prefrontal cortex, and like there's millions and millions of connections, and you can't just like stick a new eyeball in there and be like, come on, little buddy, try and connect on your own. Like that literally have to like manually do it, and that's not possible. It's, God, I feel like ever since Mr. Beast is like, I cured blindness, and it rotted everybody's brain. Like, wait, you can cure blindness? No, you absolutely cannot cure blindness. There's no fix for it. There's no transplant, and there's no cures at the moment. If there were, I would not be sitting here doing the blind surfer show with you guys. I would be off. Someone asked me the other day, like, what would you do with your channel if you got your eyesight back? Well, I wouldn't be doing this, I'll tell you that. If I got my eyesight back, I wouldn't be plunking down on a couch and making shorts anymore. I mean, maybe you'd hear from me. I guess it'd be kind of mean to disappear from all my friends and fans. I might pop in from time to time and say, what's up? But I'd be off having adventures and doing things. I think people get confused. Like, this is not my living. This is not how I make a living. If my eyesight got cured, there is a blind creator that I know, and not one of the more popular ones, but someone that does make a fair amount of money off of social media due to their willingness to sell their soul to every stupid company that wants them to sell their product. And they were like, man, I don't know what I'd do if I got my eyesight back. And I'm like, you'd figure something out. You'd have your eyesight back. All right.
Jordanlubge23 just followed.
Thanks, Jordanlubge. I love the way this thing just tries to read the names. Thank you for the follow. And like I was saying, that is Steve. That's my puppy. His birthday is next Wednesday. He's going to be 4 years old next Wednesday. That's crazy. He's a German short-haired pointer, and he's adorable. He's a love. He's a lover, and he's a snuggler, and he loves to play. And I love knowing that his face comes up when you guys follow me on Twitch. Yeah, and they were like, what would I do if I got my eyesight back? I couldn't do the blind stuff anymore. I'm like, yeah, you'd figure something else out. I think most people, most blind people would fix their eyesight like that if they could, because being blind blows hard. Lots of blow to being blind. I have heard from a small, I'd say like 1% of the people that see my post. They're like, I like being blind. I'm like, yeah, it's a blast. Maybe if you were born blind, you don't know anything else, you can get used to it or something, but it's definitely not fantastic.
Fisherman 27
So
says you would have cited guy unboxing.
Yeah.
Lenovo fan 2003 says we have cures for many things, but not everything.
We have cures for some
Paulinia
things.
Breen 4524 says red heart.
Thank you for the red heart. I heart you too. I appreciate that. I wonder what the. I'm gonna yell at one of my robots in here. Find out the temperature.
Thiblind husband says I love it only for the benefits. 2-for-1 flights, 2-for-1 trains, tax deductions. It's pretty great.
Wait. You can get 2-for-1 flights when you're blind. This is a thing. I didn't know that. I've never gotten a discount. I've never gotten anything for being blind.
At Shadowdaman02G says hi.
Hold on. I need.
At Michael U2.
Hold on. Computer, what's the temperature upstairs?
Upstairs is 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh. Computer, set upstairs to 77.
I've set the upstairs to 77 degrees.
All right, she set it to 77. I just need a little airflow blowing in here. I need a little air on me. Like I said yesterday, I don't want I don't know what the temperature would have to be for the cameras to all pop off, but that would stink if all my cameras went thunk, 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 and then died. Then it would just be a radio podcast. You'd just be hearing me, like, like the way it feels. And that's Skylar right there. So Steve comes up. My 4-year-old German short-haired pointer comes up when you follow me on Twitch, and then Skylar pops up when you follow me on YouTube. She's like 1/6 his size. Steve's 60 pounds. Skylar's 9.5 pounds.
At Cosmo says that's a cool computer.
What's a cool computer? Oh, the one over there that helps control my air in here and my temperatures and stuff like that.
At Michael U2U60 says you can cure blindness. Y'all don't do research, look it up. Damn, y'all act like y'all don't have Google, fucking idiots.
Wow, you just gotta be the dumbest person.
Aren't you in LA?
Michael, you're a dumb person, like a raging idiot dumb person. You come in here and you're telling people that there's a cure for blindness, and you're telling everyone else they're dumb effing idiots, and you're the raging moron. Like, if you're gonna sit, Michael,
Thedlin Fisherman 27 says I have to go back to school on Monday.
Hold on, I gotta yell at some moron
says Ellie are
right
dumb
now.
as a bag of rocks. Maybe you should look up how to get a brain transplant.
All of that, Michael. First of all, if you're gonna sit there and tell me,
U60 says OMFG.
yeah,
Botox says that is a kid for sure, Pete.
Yeah, I mean,
at GL00 my alpaca says depends on the kind of blindness.
No, there's no.
At Michael U2U.
I can't even listen. Let me be clear, for the millionth time, there is no cure for blindness. I don't know how to be more clear about this. When people tell me there's a cure for cataracts, here's what cataracts is. It's a condition that leads to blindness. And if your cataracts haven't advanced, if the cataracts haven't grown over your eye, haven't screwed up the outside layer too badly, you can pay to have cataract surgery. So you'd be legally blind while you are suffering from cataracts. And if you go to the doctor and pay for the very affordable surgery to have your cataracts reversed, then you will get your eyesight back. It'll become clear again. At no point when you are suffering from cataracts in the beginning are you blind. Blind means you can't see. Cataracts people in the beginning stages have a film over their eye and everything is extraordinarily blurry. They end up with basically just light sensitivity. However, if the cataracts go untreated, it does damage the eye and makes you blind. At that point, once you become blind, there is no cure for it. There are diseases in the retina. There are diseases in the macula. There are diseases in the visual cortex. There's disconnections between them. And none of them are curable. There's no cure for blindness. Once you lose your
Funny
eyesight,
Giant says some people, ugh.
you can't get it fixed. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off sleep. God, I don't know how many times I have to make that more clear. Hopefully Michael went away because I can't stand that much stupidity in the chat. But happy to
at
try and...
GL00 my alpaca says okay fair. I meant more that illnesses that lead to blindness.
Yeah, well that's very different.
PHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHpHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHP foggy film that makes it hard to see. That's the type of surgery I'm talking about.
Well,
At
yeah.
Michael U2
Michael.
U60 says you can fix the foggy film.
Michael, listen to yourself. Listen to what you just said. Makes it hard to see. So if your vision is bad and it's hard to see, are you blind? No, you're legally blind and it's hard to see. You can't walk around going, I'm blind if you have some vision and it's hard to see. So English has a lot of words. There's a lot of words in the English language. Many words. And they're all specific and they're all very precise. And you got to use the right ones if you're trying to convey information to people. Hold on a second. Now I'm getting some message here. What? What is this all about? Oh, it's giving me a good morning thing? I don't want a good morning thing. Hold on. I was yelling at Michael. Oh. All right. I am free for the morning. So, like I was saying, sorry, I actually have to pay attention to my real job as I'm sitting here yelling at people. You know, it like there's a difference between having a bruise and a fracture. You know, you have a skin contusion or a broken bone. Like, these are different things. Why does my phone keep doing this to me? Go away. My phone is incessantly trying to give me the weather, and I don't want the weather. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you know, especially in the medical world, like medical doctors can't be walking around using imprecise language, you know, let's treat this guy's leg for a gangrenous infection, treat it versus amputate it, like different words. So if someone has a difficult time seeing, they're not blind. If someone is blind and they have no input going to their visual cortex and their retina doesn't work or their macula doesn't work or they don't have a pupil or anything, you know, anything like that, and they're blind, there is no cure for that. All right, I've belabored the point. Hopefully Michael feels like he learned something this morning. I have a hard time dealing with ignorance these days because there's no reason to be ignorant anymore. Like, you can look things up, and then this dope Michael comes in and goes, all you effing idiots, look it up. And meanwhile, he's the one who's wrong. Like, go be embarrassed. Go stick your head in a hole and be like, wow, I'm an embarrassingly uninformed person. And there's no reason for it. And like, to sit there and yell at other people and be like, you guys are the idiots when you're wrong. That's like a sore gaping wound for me, like, because I deal with that so many times. People come into my comment section.
Says Pete, you're probably making a 10-year-old cry right now.
Oh, all right. I mean, he can't come in here and drop F-bombs and tell us that we're all dumb. Like, you can't do that. You can't go yell at a bunch of adults if you're the 10-year-old and tell everybody that, like, we're all stupid when you're the one that's uninformed. So, all right, I will stop belaboring the point. That really, that like sets me off. Oh, your username is gonna kill me.
PHPHPHPHPHPHQ8F says 8 billion people are missing out on this live. Sad.
I mean, that is true.
Cosmo says, no offense, Mike, but your phrasing of the question was rude. Kinda like telling an amputee there's a limb transplant, or an autist that there's a cure for autism.
Well, it was super rude when he went in there.
Says, I don't know how you're being this nice about it.
Am I? I don't feel like I'm being that nice. Like Blind Husband said.
Michael U2U60 says, why is chat being so rude? I apologized because I realized I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going off of information that I was told before.
Well, you know.
Brody Huggins J8K says, oh yeah. By the way, Pete, I've been dealing with ghosts since I was 18 back in March of this year. Got up at 3 a.m. and I had to go to the hospital. Devlin Fisherman 27 says, I wonder if my blindness is curable because it is a tumor sitting on the optical nerve itself. And I wonder if that goes away, then my vision will restore. If I'm wrong, tell me nicely, please. I don't want to be yelled at. At PHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHAt Michael U2U60 says, I'm sorry for my language too.
Yeah, well, that was
Ellen Sweet 8292 says brain implant and smart glasses will cure blindness.
Oh yeah.
Thiglin says that is possible, but that will be a very hard tumor to get rid of unless they do targeted gene therapy.
Hold on. I'm going to my. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right, cool. That's a new client of mine that I signed this week that I'm very, very, very excited about. I'll wait a week before I can tell you about it. I mean, all right, so Michael, maybe I went a little over the top yelling at you, but it was the you coming in telling everybody that we were all effing idiots because we didn't know something. Anyway.
Still pending one says Pete wahoo.
Wahoo! What's going on? Happy Thursday to you. This is the grumpy morning breath version of Pete. You know, when I'm.
App Jenny says, I love all the doctors in here, lol.
Yeah. A lot of go to my comment section. There's at least like one doctor in every one of my videos comment sections.
Lilith Powell 1123 says stupid video has stupid problem.
Oh, and then we get a voicemail. Stupid video has stupid problem. I don't know what that is. What did I wake up for this morning? 4:11.
U2U60 says I'm not sure smart glasses can cure blindness. Even in the future, it's either very hard or impossible to do.
Well, here's the thought process behind that, and it's what I think Neuralink and a couple other things are trying to do. What they're trying to do is get like smart glasses the way they are right now are not going to cure blindness. You know, it's just giving you audio information. It's like telling you like what you're looking at. But what they want to do in the future is give you some glasses that, you know, like glasses that have like a little camera, like like my Vanguards now have a not the ones I'm wearing, but I have Vanguards out there and they have a little camera in the middle. And what they want to do is have the camera go directly to your visual cortex. So right now, the light comes into your eye, refracts through the front of your eyeball. Did you know penguins have flat eyeballs, by the way, and ours are rounded. Flat eyeballs are better for when you're underwater. Anyway, goes in through your eye, goes into the retina, goes into the optic chiasm, and then goes to your visual cortex, and then your brain translates it and tells you what you're looking at. What the quote unquote smart glasses like Neuralink want to do is bypass the whole eyeball. Like just instead of the eyeball getting the information, the light coming in, they want to have the glasses feed the information directly into your visual cortex. And it's I think Musk thinks that in the next decade or so they'll be able to send like 8-bit information, like as if it was like a video game from the 1980 or something, like literally 8-bit, like whoop 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 whoop, like everybody would look like a little Pac-Man walking around. And then over time as technology advances and computational powers exponentially get better and the technology becomes microscopic, make it much smaller, then he hopes that at some point in the future, and Elon Musk and other people that are working on this type of technology, they hope that they'll be able to feed 4K or 8K information from glasses, and then go, I would assume, directly into your head, your brain, and give you that information. Musk actually says he's like, you'd be able to see, in IR, you'd be able to see heat, you'd be able to see every spectrum there is, kind of like Geordie LaForge in Star Trek: The Next Generation. But that's, way
JAK says I meant to say and I've been dealing with gallstones since I was 18 back in March. Ghosts was a typo.
Oh.
Maddie and Gomez HHG says, what do you think of John Pork?
I don't know what John Pork is or who John Pork is, but I do like pork sandwiches.
Crispy 111 says, I guess we have like Legos. I have good eyeballs, you can take them. I have that optic nurse, at least one of us can see, lol.
All right, well, that's good. Good for... I don't know what that has to do with Legos.
At Made Jess Brown tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Good morning, Pete. Just wanted to say hi as I get ready for work.
Good morning, it's good to hear your voice. Even though it's not your voice, it's that weird robot voice. But I know what your voice sounds like. So in my head, even though I'm hearing the Super Chat robot from YouTube, I know what you sound like, Matea. So thank you for dropping in. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for everything you do for this channel and the support you show and all the many unboxing things. And I think to this point, I feel like Jabba the Hutt, that huge stretch toy that you gave me, is probably one of the more popular things that I've gotten for a Blind Guy Unboxing. Also because I used it in 2 different videos because it's that cool. And it's actually in the next room. And I'm always, those stretch toys are pretty cool. Like I feel like it's kind of cool. Like I'm always afraid I'm going to stretch it too far and break it, but you can deform that thing pretty good. And then after a few minutes, it puts itself back together. I was shocked at how big and heavy and serious that toy is. I feel like you dropped some serious money on that Jabba the Hutt. So thank you. I appreciate you. This morning, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Ed Sheeran. I did a concert promo for an Ed Sheeran concert that's coming to, now it's like too cold in here. I can't get a good gauge on me being hot or cold, these days. I think I set the temperature, what I set it to, 77, and I'm like, brr, I'm cold. But I realized throughout this entire summer, like I've been reading a buttload of concert promos, and there are some old ass people out on tour, like a bunch of octogenarians, like all these bands that were popular in the 70s were out. A whole bunch of like 90s bands are back. Like Limp Bizkit is back. Obviously Sugar Ray is out there touring again. And a couple of them that I did this summer, Engelbert Humperdinck is touring, or at least doing some tour dates. He's the guy, you're feeling hot, hot, hot. Guess how old he is? And this dude is out on stage. He's 90. 90-year-old out playing his hits from that he wrote 70 years ago in his 20s. And then another one, it was worded funny. It was Willie Nelson and Family. So I don't know exactly how that works, but Willie Nelson was out doing tour dates this summer. Guess how old he is?
Lenovo 2003 says it's good to use.
93.
PHP says I'm not popular.
Well, I mean, you could be. It's just the long username. But that's okay. We still love you. I appreciate the fact that you came along, you found me, you decided to follow on Twitch. It is good to get new people involved in the community. And most of the people, I think, are getting
Oblivion
to just...
Walker Verified says, OMG, I have been a big fan for a while now. Been probably 3 years.
Wow. Well, thank you, Oblivion.
Says with the name like that, I believe it.
Thank you, Oblivion Walker Verified. I like that the username itself says.
U2U60 says maybe if the camera on the glasses connects to the brain or way you see, it could be very possible for a blind person to actually see. But who knows yet?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking. That's what I was talking about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, it's there's a lot of technology. Oblivion Walker Verified. What was I going to say about that? I guess I said it. Interesting username that you indicate that you are. I had to go with my username on Instagram for a long time was Real Pete Gustin, which I don't know. I had seen other people doing that, but it kind of felt like a stupid username because there was a Pete Gustin. I contacted the guy; he would not give me the username. So, but now on Instagram, I'm Blind Surfer Pete Gustin, which is exceptionally long if you're typing in the whole thing. But I figured if you're trying to find me on social media, whatever platform you're on, I figure if you'd either type in Blind Surfer or Pete Gustin, since it's, it is, my username is at least one of those on all platforms. And I'm very excited about Instagram lately. Instagram has not loved me for a long time. I've never been able to do very well over there. I feel like that's where all the cool kids are. Like basically, if you're like already a famous person, if you're like an actor or a musician or something, like a model, Instagram model or something, like a real, like that, you just get a bunch of follows because it's like where the cool kids hang out. But just recently, I crossed 200,000 followers. I think I'm at like 211,000 on Instagram, which obviously isn't compared to what I've got on YouTube, but I feel like I'm finally getting some acceptance over there. So thank you. If anybody has come on over from Instagram to say hello. I was talking about all the bands that are out playing, like Leonard Skinner's on tour, 38 Special, like all these bands from the 70s. And the guys are like 60 and 70 years old. But people are going to watch the concerts. People are paying tons of money to go watch these concerts. The whole David Lee Roth thing, I don't even, do people know, like if my audience is pretty young. Like he was a lead singer of Van Halen, and then he went off and did his, what was that noise? Own solo thing for a while, and he's up there on stage. His voice is blown, it's gone. He's just and people are like paying all sorts of money to go watch him, like $200-300 per ticket to go watch him. I feel like that's crazy. All right, now I am cold. Computer set upstairs to 78. All right. See, the thing is...
Michael U2U60 says, bro, here we go again, Robocosmo. I just said I think you already said that, but I feel smarter saying it myself. It was supposed to be a joke.
Oh,
so chill out, you don't have to be so rude.
I feel like I'm hearing...
Wheel says, hey man.
Hey man, what's up?
Kispanish 5150 says David Lee Roth funny just like Vince Neil.
Yeah.
The Blind husband says, Mom, Danny in New York would be proud of you setting your AC to 70.
I said it to 70. Oh, Donnie.
PHP says the Blind Surfer ad is a 9.999999999 out of 10.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh no! Do you guys hear that? Hold on. I have to quiet this for a second and listen. Yeah, I'm aware. She's texting me that
Messages. Now, Maggie, the smoke detector is beeping again, and Skylar is scared.
What do you want me to? You want me to go deal with it? Like I can't deal with that right now. I'm doing my show right now. Period. Any way you can deal with it? Question mark. There's a smoke detector. I don't even think it's the same one. I don't even think it's the same one. I think it's the one closer to my studio. Return to Gmail. What time is it?
6:53 a.m.
6:53. Yeah, I can't go deal with that right now. Oh, bonk. And just smack the. So there's going to be a smoke detector emergency.
Like it says, OMG, didn't know you did lives.
I do lives.
At 4N3LK4W41 I says hell.
Hell,
At
good job.
Tomfinato69 says Obama or French fries.
How are those two things related?
3FR0G133 says OMG. I'm such a huge fan. I
well,
love the penguin.
That's cool. I'm glad that you like Petey the
says on here,
Penguin.
yes, it's chill here, but it seems to happen more on YouTube, but I could be wrong.
What does?
At Prof Eckstein says, I hope you get $1 million.
Yeah,
Edlin
I want $1 million
27
donuts.
says, oh, Pete, you hit me.
$1 million donuts would be.
At Construction Reel says, bro, I love watching your videos. It's
I
always
feel
funny.
bad. I feel bad every time I hit the microphone. I picture everybody being like, poof, like getting hit in the ear. I feel bad because we've got guests here and Banana's in bed and the smoke detector is outside going beep beep. I had to wake up. I tried to sleep in on Sunday. I decided to take the day off from surfing, and I was going to sleep in, and I'm trying to listen if the thing's beeping. And of course, the smoke detector started going off at like 6:15 in the morning on Sunday. And I was like, of course, the one day I decided to sleep in, that is going off a lot. Hopefully Banana knows how to deal with it. I don't know what to say. Like, if she doesn't know how to deal with it, I'm not sure if I can go out there and get a ladder and get it fixed and then get back in here before the time you guys all go, I'm bored, I'm walking away. She hasn't texted me back yet. I love, you ever had a smoke detector go off like in the middle of the day? Can it ever happen at like, noon when you're like having lunch, or, like 4 o'clock or something like that when it's not a big deal? No, it always goes off at some ridiculously annoying time, like the middle of the night or in the middle of when you're trying to do a show. It's always at some relatively inconvenient time. Honestly, it's not that difficult to fix. If she could just go out there and get on a ladder and go up there and
Thedlin Fisherman 27 says, been one for 45 minutes. Thedlin Husband says, you're like every YouTube or TikTok video ever with a smoke detector going off in the background.
Is that's a thing that happens to people?
says, got to go, I'm going to State Fair.
All right, hey, go have a good time at the State
Fair. The penguin
Fair.
is awesome, but it's hard to make out the glasses in the lighting. Looks like he just has giant orange eyes.
Well, that's not good. I mean, I can put more light. I can put more light on him.
Thedlin Fisherman 27 says, you've been on for 45 minutes.
That's it? No, I haven't. I've been on for longer than that. There you go. Now you can hopefully, I think he's
At Oblivion Walker Verified says it would be so awesome for you to try and do a Duke Nukem impersonation.
I don't know who that is. I mean, I guess I do, but no, I've been on for more than 45 minutes. I think I started. Well, maybe I did start right after 6. Yeah, that thing is kind of annoying. That thing going beep beep. I was originally putting sunglasses on, like actual sunglasses, on Petey the Penguin when I first got him.
But then he says, I can see the glasses better now. Thanks.
Okay, cool.
Then when Early 2371 says, if you could see one place or thing again, what would it be?
Ugh, I hate that question. I'm just tired of it. Sorry. I don't mean to yell at you, but like, why? Why do I want to see one thing? Is it to be tortured? Be like, oh yeah, that's what I'd like to see, and then not see it again. If I wanted to see one thing again, I would just, remember it. But like, someone giving me my vision back for 1 second to look at something, like, that just sounds terrible. Like, hey, wasn't that nice you got to see? And we're taking it away again. Like, that's no fun. I was saying that when I originally got Petey, he got mailed to me. He was like, oh, this guy, Petey the Penguin over here. He was all like smooshed up and mailed to me in like, air was like a vacuum sealed bag. And then I popped the vacuum sealed bag and he started to inflate. And it took him like a week to inflate to his current size. But in the first week, I was putting a pair of glasses on his head because they were fitting. And then after the first week, I was trying to fit my glasses on his head and they were like stretching out pretty far. And most of my glasses, like these are Oakley Flak Jacket XLJ, I think. And they're like $170. And I didn't really feel like stretching out all my Oakleys to fit them on Petey the Penguin's head. But maybe I can go get like a cheap pair. Can I get like a cheap pair of like gold looking glasses? God, that thing's aggressive. The smoke detector is aggressive. Banana's going to kill me for not coming out there, jumping out there and fixing it. But honestly, there's 3 people in the house right now. They're all younger than me and they can all see. So hopefully one of them can fix it. If not, she's going to come in here and yell at me and I'm going to have to cut this thing short to go fix the smoke detector. I know our poor little dog, Skylar. She hates the smoke detector. Because she anticipates
69 says, is LeBron the GOAT?
That it's gonna. I don't know. I don't think so. I like to say Michael Jordan, but I watched Jordan. I could see when he was playing, and I've only ever heard.
2727 says, how do you read the comments?
Like that, just like that.
At Michael U2U60 says, I don't want to make you sad, but can I ask a question from one of your past videos? I'm not sure if you're the same guy, so I don't want to make you sad with it.
Just ask it. When people say, when they're like, I'm going to ask a question, and then they don't ask it, there's a chance that I'm not going to have the thing back up again. I can't believe Michael's sticking around after I like yelled at him for like 5 minutes straight. But thank you for sticking around. I appreciate
says
it.
welcome. Pete, here's your messages through text to speech. When
See, and then just ask the question because sometimes you'll get interrupted by other chatters or my robot there is coming in and saying something. So if you got a question, just say the question. Can I play my new ad one more time? This is the new trailer ad that I made. Honestly, just trying to buy time to see if Banana's gonna yell at me. Well, let's play this thing. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
You stink. Nobody likes you. But now, one penguin is about to change everything. Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. It's a game that everyone will want to play. Appeal to reveal.
Oh yeah, that makes it much better. Yeah,
says
totally,
how you go blind.
Oh man, see, I didn't hear the whole question. I just got the end of it. I think Banana may have gotten the
Lenovo
smoke
Fan
detector
2003 says that smoke detector is not as annoying as I heard in another streamer's background. Stop.
Well,
Fisherman 27 says when people ask me if I could see one thing, what would it be? I say the future.
That's not a bad answer. That's not a bad answer. The smoke detector it's like 2 rooms away. If the one was going off in here in this room, I would definitely have to deal with it.
says, are you the same guy with the dog that passed away? I forgot the dog's name. So could you also tell me the name?
Super dog.
says be ad ever.
I think they were trying to say best ad ever. I feel like with your username, if we have to listen to 4 seconds
says yes, Super Dog did pass and it is very sad.
Of the username, then you have to at least have a 4-second comment to even it out. That'd be pretty cool. I know what I'm doing after the show. I'm going to do vocal warm-ups. I'm going to go help Banana with that smoke detector. Yes, when I lost Super Dog, that was pretty devastating.
At John of Abona 151 says, can I have some milk?
What up, John of Abona? You can have as much milk as you want. I mean, I can't help get it for you.
says, rest in peace, Super Dog.
Thank you. I mean, I can't like come deliver the milk to you. Can't bring it to you. I mean, if I knew your address, I suppose I could like set up Instacart or like Uber Eats and I could send some milk to you if you really need it. But if you can handle that on your own, or maybe you're medically wondering, can you have some milk? Are you lactose intolerant? If you are, then no, you shouldn't be having milk. You'd be pooping your brains out, and that could be a problem. So, and now your simple question has got me all befuddled and confused. I'm not sure if I should be giving you the advice as to whether or not you can have some milk. Like if your mom was like, you can't have milk because you're lactose intolerant. I know you like having it with your Lucky Charms, but you're going to be crapping all over the place if you have milk. If that's what your mom says, then you got to listen to your mom. Don't be asking some stupid YouTuber if you can have milk, because I don't have all the information.
7 says,
so I try and answer all these questions, but as I further reflect on that one.
says, good morning, Pete.
What's up, Bobby
Butcher?
Butcher?
Have a great day, brother.
Welcome back. You were there last night.
727 says, there are random knife. At Shopper 2727 says boxes. Blind Surfer PG Sidekick says, are you sure it's a smoke detector and Mo a fart detector? LOL. Good morning, Blind Stud Muffin and Blind Stud Penguin and Stud Chicken.
You guys can see the chicken over there?
Says Fen can turn your money into soap.
Money into soap. Sometimes I'm just trying to like translate these things in my head. Don't know what that one means. And yeah, I'm fairly certain that's a smoke detector, and I do believe that Banana got up and took care of it.
At Michael U2U60 says, could I see your favorite unboxing knife?
I don't have it. I mean, it's like way over there. And every time I get up, like every once in a while, I used to have some like technical issues that I'd have to go take care of. Knock on wood. Do I have any wood? God, I gotta get some wood in here. I don't know. Maybe there's a wood frame of this thing. Knock, knock, knock. Whenever I used to have technical issues, even if I was like, I'm gone for 10 seconds, if I get up and leave this spot and I walk away, everybody's like, the stream's over. Is the stream over? I think it just ended. And that's bad. I don't like everybody running away. So I generally try not to get up. But the unboxing knife is a couple rooms away at the end of the other one. But you know what? You know how you can see the unboxing knife? When you feel like it, you can go to YouTube and you can type in Blind Guy Unboxing. And any one of the 140 videos that I've done will come up. 140. It's like 140 or 141 at this point. The one that's coming out this Saturday.
Michael U2U60 says, knock on the skateboard.
Oh.
Lenovo Fan 2003 says, I don't have a smoke detector, but it might be low on battery.
That doesn't make sense. If you don't have it, how could it be low on battery? I think Michael thinks that this is a skateboard.
Straight the Gamer 86 says, is the board that Petey is on made of wood? You could knock on that.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Michael. You were right. Thank you. You guys are 100% right. This is, I forgot. Yep, there you go. Michael, you get an apology from me on that one. This is a surfboard. This is a surfboard. and Petey the Penguin is on a skateboard. I completely forgot that was sitting right there. He was too short. Petey the Penguin was too short, and wasn't looking. I was told it was the height differential was a little bit weird, especially for the people in vertical. Like he was really low. So we propped him up on a skateboard. It's actually the egg board. Egg board's a pretty cool board. What's that?
blind_surfer_PG_sidekick just redeemed 90 seconds of only the text-to-speech chat.
Oh.
So it's time for Pete to shut up.
All right. Well, so get your thoughts in order. Get your fingers and thumbs and typing fingers ready, because she just redeemed 90 seconds of me having to shut up. So this is something that you can do over on Twitch. If you watch me, you redeem channel points for watching, and there are things that you can redeem. And she decided to redeem me shutting the hell up and listening to just the chat, just the messages for 90 seconds. I can't talk. Rules, Michael especially, if anybody's dropping foul language or anything, I'll be like the mean school teacher. I'll be like, playtime is over, and I will turn it off. But for the most part, 90 seconds of just you guys. Set timer for 90 seconds. And then I'll put the chat on from the moment I hear the first one. Once it activates, it'll be 90 seconds of just you guys, so you better start typing. Sometimes it takes a minute to activate, or nobody saying anything, which would be pretty bad timing.
PHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHP says my username will take up half the time. Saracom 7808 says hope everyone is doing well and has the very best day. Michael U2U60 says what's the penguin's name? Jessa Joystick says so much pressure. Lenovo Fan 2003 says I need 2k more channel points. Michael U2U60 says I'm gonna spam symbols. Pizzaliver 1176 R9F says hi. Pizzaliver 1176 R9F says hi. Thiblind Husband says if I go crazy, and will you still call me Superman? Michael U2U60 says 123. Saracom 7808 says craziest day at work so I'm here late. Michael U2U60 says skull and crossbones. S. Lenovo Fan 2003 says give me all your channel points. Straitha Gamer 86 says I hope everyone is having a great day. It is never too late to try something you thought you could never do. Rhonda Marie Louise says Pete you are the cutest. C4RVRR says I clogged my toilet on. PHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHP says I just wasted your time. Saracom 7808 says please you guys behave yourselves.
All right, Banana did fix.
Says have you ever tried asking Gemini about PJ Masks? It will tell you everything about the show.
No, why are you so obsessed with PJ Masks? Hold on. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. It must have gone bad, period. Guess I'll order a new one, period. Good job disconnecting it, period. Everybody in the chat is impressed with your handiness. Inserted must have gone bad. Send button. Banana is very handy. She does take care of a lot of the physical labor around the house. That's annoying. I just replaced that one this past weekend. That's the one that woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sarah, how are you? She's like, crazy day at work. She's getting here late. Crazy. What? I don't even know what hours you work, Sarah, because it just turned 7 o'clock here. You're in Texas, so it just turned 9 o'clock, and you've already had a crazy day of work. That's not great. I don't know what time you wake up. I got up today at 4:11 for a political read, and then I woke up at 6. My alarm went up at 6:55. I think I was in here like 6:50, getting things rolling, getting ready to come in and yep at you guys and do the Thursday morning thing.
Thank you for asking. She says hi. She's just at work now. Saracom 7808 says I'm up at like 3 a.m. your time.
Why? Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know you got up that early. That is
PG Sidekick says I got up at 7:30 a.m.
Dummy
L 4F says wait, how did you start stream when you can't see? Michael U2U60 says $@ %%. Your $.
I had symbol protection on as one of the things to protect people from, and then I turned it off because I didn't think people were going to be abusing it. How do I start a stream? Like, people, the good questions people ask. If you're blind, how do you start a stream? Like, I'm doing a million things here. And if you put 2 and 2 together, you might notice there are some things that I'm doing to make it happen. Like I'm using text to speech. Hold on, I'm going to. Oh.
75%. Welcome to live chat. Remember at Rhonda Marie Louise. Welcome to live at Michael U2U60 at Michael. Pin message button. Record button. Remove button. Offer. Channel activity. Go to channel button. Add as moderator button. Put user in timeout button. 1 minute button. 5 minutes button. 1 minute button. 5 minutes button. 1 minute button.
There, I figured it out. Did it on my own. I put Michael in a 1 minute timeout because he was just literally doing symbols for the sake of doing symbols. You guys didn't think I could moderate on my own. I showed you.
At Sound of Mint says, I guess the TTS don't work for us over on YouTube. At Pizover 1176 R9F says, I love your videos.
Yes, it does. Why am I annoyed with everything this morning? I feel like everything's annoying me.
Yes,
the text-to-speech works.
Completely nothing, or are you only partially blind?
I see nothing. I see nothing. I see white. I see white. Oh. Okay. That's not my work starting to get going. The text to speech works on YouTube. It also works on Twitch. It also works on TikTok. It works, but I can't have, like La Matea there, just redeem the 90 seconds of just the text running. Like if I just had the text running all the time, like there would be no room for me to talk. I wouldn't be able to do this show. So I pot it up, put it on the screen,
got off
and
of
then
my
I
retail
have the
job
text to
2
speech
HRS ago. I work night shift as maintenance. It would have been 5 a.m. your time when I got off work. That Sound of Mint says, my apologies.
That's fine. It's just, for some reason I'm grumpy this morning. I think Michael
Brody
made
Huggins
me grumpy
J8K
this morning.
says, did you know Nickelback released a documentary titled Hate to Love Nickelback? It's pretty good.
I haven't seen the documentary on Motley Crue.
Says, see, the text to speech works.
Yes, it does work.
Says, I love your content, love from the UK.
Thank you. What's up, UK? That's why it's one of the benefits to doing this thing in the morning. We get the international audience. I know I get a lot of people in South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, UK. We got Lenovo fan over there in Germany. Haven't gotten a lot of people from any of the Asian nations.
Eva Winters just followed.
Eva Winters, winter is coming. Winter just came and followed me on Twitch, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. That's very nice of you. Anybody else wants to come on over to Twitch, your username gets read out loud by the very nice British robot guy. Steve pops up on the screen. I'm still told that confetti goes flying. I've never been able to. It doesn't happen except in real time, so I've never gotten Banana to see that because she doesn't watch this show. Why would she want to watch her husband sit there and go blah 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 for an hour and a half every day? People are like, she's so lucky she gets to hear your voice. I'm like, nah, man, she gets tired of my voice.
How's your day going?
She don't want to listen to me all day every day. But yes, the chat rolls whenever I press the button.
About the PH guy.
PH.
At Michael
How do you know it's a guy? Could be a girl. Brah. I mean, you were doing all the symbols and stuff.
Says it's 4 p.m. here in Scandinavia. At
Scandinavia.
Michael U2U60 says, I said sorry.
I know. All right. I was showing people I can do it. I think people didn't think that I had the ability
Surfer
to.
PG Sidekick says, yesterday you had me dying laughing, Pete, so much I couldn't breathe.
What did I do? I don't know what I was doing yesterday. Hopefully today's show is good as well. I don't want you just dying laughing one
Lenovo
day.
Fan 2003 says 4:12 p.m. in Germany.
Where? So it's already 7:12 here. And where is Scandinavia? Like, why? It's the one class that I got a bit of a pass on when I was going through school. I didn't go to a blind school. I didn't go to a special school. I went to regular school, did all those regular things that regular kids do. But I did get a pass in geography class, which we had to do. We only did geography class maybe 2 years, like 7th and 8th grade. And I had to do all the memorization stuff, like memorize all the capitals of all the states and like all the stuff that you could memorize. But in terms of looking at a globe or looking at a map, like I was never able to do that stuff, and I got a bit of a pass. It's funny, I still feel guilty about it, because I was trying to and succeeding at going through regular school. Went to regular college, went to Boston University, hated every bit of it. If I could convince just one person to not go to Boston University, I'd feel like I did my job. Like that stupid university. All they do, they want your money. That's all they're there for. Money making machine. And the tuition is absolutely ridiculous, and the professors are not there for the students. So anybody's ever considering BU, don't go. But I went through that school with absolutely no help whatsoever. Their accessibility department was non-existent, horrible. And so I did that all on my own. But yeah, the one thing I ever had to get a pass on was geography class in 7th and 8th grade. And geography was going crazy back then because the USSR was breaking up. When I was in 7th grade, Perestroika and Glasnost, they were like recutting the map every like 3 days.
You're streaming more than 1 hour already.
Yeah, I feel like I started at, I don't know, when did I get on? Like 6:05, 6:10, something like that.
7:14 a.m.
Now it's 7:14.
7808 says can't find that TH person to time them out. Straight the Gamer
Well, it's not
86
their
says, do you
fault.
ever use your voice to mess with people when get fast food in the drive-thru? Just for some fun.
No, that's just silly. It's not the PH person is, it's just their username on Twitch. And I don't want to time someone out because I got a stupid username. I don't even think they're writing that long messages. I think that they just have a really long username, which I don't want to discourage someone from being a part of the community because they have a long username. But yeah, that's the one drawback too. I have the text to speech set up that it doesn't just read the message because I kind of like to know who I'm talking to, whether it's Sarah, whether it's you or Joni or Matea or LT or Blind Husband, Blind Fisherman, ABC Jenny. Like I try to associate what I'm hearing from who I'm hearing it from. But when you get like a crazy long username like that, it does get a wee little bit difficult.
Says him in the YouTube chat.
There it is again.
Saracen 7808 says, I guess I'm being prickly today, lol. Lenovo Fan 2003 says the PH guy is on YouTube.
Okay. I don't want to ban it. It keeps saying guy. It could be a girl. You don't know.
Says,
I have female viewers.
He mentioned our names. We are his friends.
Yeah, you're all my friends. I think my YouTube stats, I don't know the stats on the other platforms, but I'm like 85 or 88% male viewers and like 12 or 15% female. So the chances are that
76R9F says it is 7:15 in Nevada City. Here I am visiting my grandparents. Thedlin Fisherman 27 says my damn earbuds keep disconnecting.
I think the last time I was on vacation, well, no, I took a long weekend to Idlewild out here in California, but the last time I took more than 3 days off, including Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Banana and I did go to Vegas, and this is 11 or 12 years ago, the last time I took a vacation, I guess. We went and we stayed at Caesar's Palace, which was it was a really good time. It was a very good time. I had fun out there. I think my Twitter, I am on Twitter. I tried for a while. I tried like posting my videos, like some of my more popular ones on Twitter, and no one was watching them. I was like, all right, Twitter's not the place for me. But if you follow me on Twitter, I mean, don't bother because I'm not doing anything. But if you happen to be on Twitter and you see @PeteGustin, the main picture on my page, like the long, what they call it, like the banner, it's me standing at Caesar's Palace. I think I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt and whatever pose Julius Caesar is in, standing beneath like a little gazebo thing with ionic columns in it. I set myself up like in front of him, and then I had Banana like position me. She's like, left arm up, right arm back, left arm more straight, and she positioned me in front of Caesar, and I'm supposedly doing the exact same pose that he is, and that's from Caesar's Palace out in Vegas. Yeah, God, last time I took a vacation was, 2014. Is that right? Yeah, it's been 12 years since I took a vacation.
Lenovo Fan 2003 says, Pete, do you allow me to rob someone of all their channel points?
Can you do that? You can steal someone's channel points?
Siblin husband says, as a blind fisherman, you put bells on your fishing pole to let you know when it catches something if you're not holding. Advinct says, hi, female here, big fan from South Africa.
What's up, South? That's funny.
Says, how could I become a mod? I don't want to sound rude to the other mods. I know you all have been here for a while.
No, not making you a mod. Michael, you came in here F-bombing everybody. Like, this is the first time I've heard you in the chat, and you could be a nice dude. I don't know. But you made a pretty rough first impression. You came in here and telling everybody they were effing idiots. Like, that's how you started. And like, why would I want to make you a moderator? Especially someone that just got timed out for overusing symbols. Honestly, I've been trying to pull back on moderation. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to come in here and show that they're at least kind people. It's hard to expect everybody to be intelligent these days, but at least if you could be kind or thoughtful, how about that? I would like to give the chat the ability to prove that they are thoughtful people. And when you come in here F-bombing people your first time in the chat, like, that's not exactly showing that. But for the most part, I'm trying to give everybody a chance. So I'm trying to, I was trying to encourage the moderators, maybe a little less moderation, give people a little leeway. And honestly, it seems like Michael's come around, like he's not swearing to people anymore. He's come up with a couple of questions, but no, you're not going to get made a moderator out of the blue. And to the woman in South Africa, I don't know why this channel gets fed to so many people in South Africa, which, I mean, it's kind of awesome. It's kind of cool. I keep mentioning that for like 12 years, I was the voice of Ackermans out there. And I think they probably still play my stuff if you're ever shopping at one of the Ackermans, which if you're reading it looks like Ackermans, but I did learn, if you're up in the morning and you're shopping at that place, listening to Padima Breakfast, it is Ackermans. But yeah, lots of people in South Africa. So thank you for, watching / listening all the way over in South Africa. I'm going to be with you guys for
Michael, my first live stream. I aggravated the shit out of him too. Don't know why, but I love his content. The blind husband says is in. I don't know why I aggravated him. Lenovo fan 2003 says I want to steal someone of all their points. Tehi.
What is
Cohen
what is this
222
stealing
says
points
remember
thing?
when we used to play Stroke the Boner in class? Those were the times.
Oh yeah, I kind of school did you go to? You had having a little more fun than I did. Hold on, I gotta. Now I want to open up my ChatGPT, and I want to see if I can. Oh, the damn thing isn't. I gotta. Sam, people are talking about stealing channel points in Twitch. Is that a thing, and how do you do it?
Let's see. So, there might be two things going on here. Actual Twitch channel points can't be stolen or transferred. Any site or extension claiming that is almost certainly a scam. But some channels run bot games with their own points, like Stream Elements or Stream Labs, and those points sometimes have steal or heist commands.
Oh.
That's just a little chat game. It's not Twitch channel points. Where did you hear it?
I don't know. People ask me if they could steal points. I didn't know what was going on there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're stealing things from each other. Don't be thieves.
222 says thank
Don't
you
be
for
committing
purchasing
crimes in the
RXL
chat.
PCD. IDO will be arriving in 2 to 3 days. No refunds. Lenovo fan 2003
Sure.
says it not even possible.
Okay, I didn't think it was possible. But there are games. There's there's like a whole bunch of things. I use CloudBot for like word moderation, and there's like some games that I could set up for people to play in the chat. But I don't want to go into the chat and hit the chat lady and have her be like talking about games.
7808 says blind husband. I think we are partners in chaos sometimes. At Pizzaliver
I mean, this whole thing is kind of-
1176 R9F says it sounds like Jarvis from Iron Man. At PHPH
I hear that.
PHPH says he is stealing his own points, I guess. At Michael
Okay,
U2
stealing from
U60 says the
yourself.
blind husband is funny. Also, can I redeem myself?
I mean, I guess, but like, I'm still not going to make you a mod. I don't need 100 mods. Like I said, I'm trying to give everybody a chance to be a good person in the chat. I gave my, I personally, for the first time
I remember
ever.
I used to watch you in 2022 with Lure Dog. The blind husband
Well,
says Sarah, you will be happy to know just enjoying watching Pete from my hot tub in my backyard. At
Ooh,
Java
that sounds
Salcedo
kind of nice. Superdog actually passed in 22. He passed on June 20th, 2022 at 10 years, 3 months, and 2 days. Worst day I'd ever had. Took a long time for me to even get myself together. That video that I recorded, oh my God, like 6 takes. I kept trying to do the video talking about losing Superdog, and I like couldn't not cry. And I was like, whatever, I'm just going to put it out like this. And that video, I feel like it has like 60 million views at this point. I always say that, like some point I'm going to, drop dead. I'm not going to last forever. I don't know if I'll be doing social media at the point I drop dead. Who knows? It could be tomorrow. It could be 40 years from now. I don't know. But one thing I can guarantee you, Superdog got more views on his death than I will get on mine. Nobody has access to my channels, and nobody could make a video about me dying. So yeah, that video was a lot, and that went viral. It got 60 million just on YouTube. Probably got like another 10 or 20 million on the other platforms too. So it was nice for me to be able to share my love for that dude. And just kind of like show everybody how special he was and give him all those views. But yeah, it's kind of funny. My best buddy, my best friend, service dog, Superdog, definitely is going to get more adulation in passing then I will. And he deserves it. He was awesome. All right, what time is it? It is 7:23. I'm gonna have to get out of here in a couple minutes. I gotta do some actual
fan
vocal warm-ups,
2003
vocal
says
stretches.
PH. I am not stealing from myself. Saracom 7808
This whole-
says it's almost 90 degrees and it's still morning.
Whoa, almost 90 in Texas right now. That's a lot. I learned when
Michael
we
U2
moved out here, we had this
says,
house
do you still
built.
surf? At Pizzaliver
Of course, I still
1100.
surf. Yeah, I mean, all right. You want to watch a surf? Let's watch a surf session together. I can do that for you. We can do that before I get out of here. So I press this button, and then here's a surf session. I mean, you guys can watch it. I don't know what's going on. You guys can narrate it to each other. For my blind viewers, we can just
Hey, Speed.
listen to Banana's commentary.
Yeah.
I apparently did something awesome there. Banana and Brooks seemed excited about it. And if Brooks is filming, that means Josh is probably in this session with me. Come on, need more commentary. Say something. Oh, is this the one when I hit my face in the GoPro? That wasn't smart. I ride some pretty short boards.
The GoPro.
Yeah, hit my face in the GoPro.
Pretty hard.
I ride some short boards, and the GoPro's kind of like right in my face on a lot of them.
I hope he's gonna turn around at the last second. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I didn't get that one, did I?
Yeah, nice, Speed.
There we go. I did something good there.
I feel like Pete
Oh,
is
this
like,
is.
what is going on here?
I put this in a
I
short
don't
the
know.
other day.
You almost just swam right into one of those snorkelers.
I grabbed a
I
snorkel
think
button.
I might have touched one.
Yeah, grabbed a snorkel button, that one. So yes, I do still surf. And the video that I posted on Tuesday was one of the most amazing waves I'd ever ridden in my entire life. So you can watch that one. It's called "I Was Stunned After This Happened." I think my most popular long form surfing video that I ever posted, the one that came out on Tuesday. I think it's at like 1,800 views,
The
which is
Olympus
pretty
says you
low
need to
compared
move
to
to
my
Canada.
shorts.
Sarah.
Oh, that was super low. Oh, I know what I did. The
Straight the Gamer
volume was
86 says
pretty
you
low.
pick some good music to use for your surfing videos. At Rhonda
Thank
Marie
you.
Louise says
I
surfers are
work-
fearless. At
What
Pizzaliver
up, Rhonda Marie Louise?
1176R9F says, is that a waterboard behind you or something? Sorry if I got it wrong, the board name or something.
Waterboard. I spend at least as much time looking for the music for every one of my videos as I do doing every other part of the editing process. I swear, like, music to me is super important. And in the surfing videos, I just want it to be cool. I want it to be fun. And in all the other videos, it's the mood, it's the tone. You know, I try and set the mood / tone of the video with the music. Sorry, I poked you guys in the ear. This is a surfboard. It's a 54-inch beater. It's a foam top from Catch Surf, designed by Lost. This is a regular surfboard. It is a custom-made Seaside and Beyond. Rob Machado made for me from Machado Surfboards. And then I don't think the people in vertical will be able to see it, but the horizontal people can see the other surfboard over there. That is another custom board made by Machado. That is that a Seaside? I think that one's also a Seaside. Or is it a mashup? I think it's a Seaside. But that one's completely custom. I mean, it's based on a Seaside, but it's everything about it is custom. And then of course it has the custom wrap, the caution tape on it, and it says "I'm blind, yes, really."
Saracom 7808 says rained last night and 95 degrees this morning, steamy and muggy.
God, that's heavy and gross. That sounds terrible. So I got 3 surfboards and 1 skateboard in here with me. So I am surrounded by all sorts of toys. Oh, and then I got Petey the Penguin. Can I play my ad for you one more time before I get out of here? It is the trailer for Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap.
You stink. Nobody likes you. But now, one penguin is about to change everything. Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. It's a game that everyone will want to play. Peel to reveal. Peel to reveal.
At Pizzaliver 1176R9F says, okay, thanks, a surfboard, thanks and sorry. At Michael U2U60 says, this is so cool. I wish I knew how to surf, if that, even swim. Could you give me some tips on how to swim better? At Brody Huggins J8K says, what is your favorite song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers? At I also like the cover. Thidlin Hispin says
Thank you.
sorry.
I'm glad you like that one. The higher ground. Keep on moving higher ground. The Red Hot Chili Peppers cover of, who does that? Is that Stevie Wonder? I think it's a Stevie Wonder cover, but that's a great song. But I was, I always think, give it away now. However, Anthony rolls his the V in that song. That's a pretty good one. On that note, what time is it? I really got to go do some warm-ups. I turned off my text-to-speech.
Voiceover on. 7:29 a.m.
7:29. I got to be in that booth in about a minute. So I will put this up. That's you
At
guys.
Cha Robinson 1 says good morning from San Diego.
This up. No, that's the wrong one. Hi, what's up? What's up right there? We're all in the same place. Here's my adios. I feel like every time I say I'm getting out of here, that's the moment someone's like, I've never seen one of these before, and they come and join. I'm like, oh, sorry, bad timing.
At
What up,
Michael
Kimbo?
U2U60 says I usually sing. Straight the Gamer 86 says
Well.
okay, have a great day, P. Saracum
It's tough
7808
to
says
surf when
bye
you sink.
everyone. Fedlin Fisherman
Bye, everybody.
says
Thank you for joining.
7,206 channel points. Jessica Joystick
I'll be
says
up bright.
bye-bye.
There's my alarm clock. All right, I gotta go. I will be up bright and early tomorrow morning with you guys. Bye.
Fidlin Hispin says bye Peter and the gang. Have a great day. Lenovo Fan 2003 says see you next stream. At Michael U2U60 says are you keeping stream up? At Burgess Outdoor Adventures 8643 says